Never felt this way before. Love with a dreadlock. I love him more than more. He live righteously.
Sometimes me hear some young girl chat that them would never not be dreadlock. Them want a man who match with a 40 as me say girls like that man them not come when them say man say free eyes them a take off man clothes them a touch when them track when them a jump and the scales them a get and them a stand but them no one none of the dreadlock and go
Never felt this way before. More than more. Live Yeah, man. Respect. Grand evening and welcome to RockTrue Beatz. I'm your host, Chris Lyon, also known as Marley King. And we thank you for joining us as we rock through or nothing at all. RockTrue Beatz is a cross-cultural response to the lack of choice in music today. RockTrue Beatz is designed to provide a sound message from theory to lab to life while encouraging the necessity to return back to origin by way of relative keys, his kingdom principles. You understand? RockTrue Beatz seeks to inspire, enlighten, and highlight upcoming and established local and international kings and queens, musical artists of character, while promoting kingdom consciousness and awareness of who we are and to whom we belong. Enough respect. Grand evening indeed. Marley King back again with my homegirl Selena, rocking truth as always. You know, it's a wonderful evening and grand to have some wonderful vibrations played before the show because my goodness, man, you understand it's so much wicked vibration in the music today and on the radios and on the MP3s and on the computers. My goodness, it's running rampant, man. But hey, like the song say, dread of who she love, man. You know, all the natural beauty out there. Mary, I see you rocking the natural. Marley King, I see you rocking the natural. And any other brethren or sister out there rocking the natural, man. Respect, love, and respect, man. You understand. Peace, Selena. What's going on?
Man, nothing much, nothing much. Just chilling today, taking it easy, taking it light for real, man. We getting ready for this feast in the first for Miller, Indiana. That's gonna be coming up.
Yes.
Fire for that. Yeah, we're gonna be
If
doing
you
that
got the
again.
flyer, post it up. I know you finna be out there. Rock Truth Cafe is gonna be out there. So make sure
Yeah.
you check them out. We're gonna be on Lake Street this Saturday, which I believe is, let me see, today is Tuesday the 14th, Saturday the 18th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
This
sir.
Saturday, September 18th, from 12 o'clock until 8 p.m. down on Lake Street. There's going to be some wonderful vibrations cooking up out there. I'm assuming they're going to have live music. They're going to be some tables spinning, man. Rock Truth Cafe is going to be out there. Ancient Mystics, myself, and
I
my
know
other two brethren, we finna be out there.
they
Yeah,
got
man. Come on now.
he gonna be out there. I saw him at the House of Blues one time. They were out there. It was dope. It was dope vibes with them. Like I wish like I can like not work and attend it, but like we got to be working, man. So I'm just like,
Eh, who you say is
ah.
gonna be out there? You kind of got chopped up when you spoke about that. Who's
Oh,
gonna be out?
it's Funky Mojo Daddy. Funky Mojo Daddy.
Funky Mojo Daddy. Look, man, when I hear the word funk, man, I expect some funky vibrations, man. You understand? Something
Yeah,
serious, man. That's my genre of music right there, man. You know, I always love to get tired. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I always get down, man. Many different notes to play when it comes to funk music, and that was one of the big inspirations behind hip hop music as well, man. If many people didn't know, man, you go back to the earliest days of hip hop, man, and you hear all the samples that was used. A lot of funk, man, a lot of guitar, and these samples
oh,
was mashed up with many other drum beats, this, that, and the other, and together with some wonderful lyrics, made a beautiful sounding
I know
piece.
that's right.
You understand? That's something serious now. Yo, I also wanted to say, man, this past Saturday, give thanks, man, for my nonprofit organization holding it down out there. My man Carl Witherspoon Jr. holding it down, Yoga with the Youth. It was something serious, man. Give shout outs to the sponsor, Anthem. Um, Chantel, give thanks. Hey, enough respect. Always coming in clutch with the hand sanitizer, little goodies, man. You know, I
Always
tell
on
you what,
clutch.
I clutch, 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 man. You already know, man. It was a great vibration out there, man. I really enjoy seeing the youth get out, man, because it's not often you see the youth coming outside nowadays, man. A lot of youth are too in tune with the screens and stuff like that, man. You know, everybody's locked indoors and stuff, but it's imperative that we all get outside and breathe some fresh air, stretch the body, revitalize the mind, clear the mind if necessary. And what a wonderful location up there at Marquette Park in Lake Michigan. You know, it's such
It was
a great
beautiful.
piece of beauty right here in Gary, Indiana, man. You know,
Yes, I'm bringing in the flyer now, so I'll post in just a second. Oh, here it is. I'm
respect.
bringing in
It's it up there. I got some more goodness to say about Saturday, man. So keep working your magic, man. Hey, I want to give shout out to Mary Rock Truth and Aubrey Rock Truth, man. Both of y'all, man. You even had your little youth out there, you know. That was love and respect, man. And to all
yes,
the other youth that attended too, and all the adults, you know, everybody that came out and listened to me put on my nice beat presentation about honey, you know, and bringing out the honey frames. It was such a joy, man, to get everybody to try some honeycomb and to try some honey as well, to give them a taste of the local medicine that
that
we
honey
that we
was good,
producing around here. Hey, you understand?
brother. Teach me. That honey was good, bro. That honey was so. Listen, it was so clear. It was so fine. It was so sweet. It was just perfect. And then I've never had like the honeycomb with the wax and all of that, so that was new for
Wow.
me. And it was good. It was like just to see the different, but then to learn about the different benefits of honey. And again, somebody was like, yeah, that's the amazing life of bees. I'm like, you're right. Like, but just to know, like, again, how nature, just how connected we are to each other, how connected we are to each other and everything, man. I think it's dope.
So deep, man. The revelations in Mother Nature are uncanny, man, and they come in abundance too. We just have to open our eyes and open our minds. You know, use them other senses. We ain't just born with the ability to hear and to speak and to see, but we got many
Yeah.
other senses on the body, man. So everybody got to get in tune, man. There's something serious out there when you can really tap in. You know, give
Teach,
thanks to
teach.
creation. God bless, man. And you know, one last thing too here, man. I mean, not one last thing. You understand what I'm saying, though, man? Because I got many things to say. But check out this wonderful shirt right here, man. God, Allah, Jah, Buddha, Krishna, we all are One, you overstand? So let
Change.
them people know, man, there's no need for the division out there, man. Everybody can practice their religious creeds respectively, you know. But overstand at the end of the day, we all talking about one common factor, man, and that is the creator, man. Whatever you call him,
It
God, Jah, Allah, Buddha, Krishna.
teach.
Worldwide, we call him many different. He go by many different names, man. You know,
That
or
is.
however you would like to look at that. You know, but take that and run with it, man. He go by many different names. You know, so never discriminate against your brethren. I always hate to see,
Teach, brother.
and that's why I never understood the Crusades in the sense, man. I mean, I understand the wicked motive or intention behind it, but I never understood, you know, why there was even a need for that, man. If everybody understood, and I'm sure a lot of different cultures did, or maybe even people within the culture did, but you know, the bad seeds, the bad apples are the ones who make it look wicked for the rest of us, you know. But there should never have been a need for any type of crusade or war against one another, you know, in order to spread somebody's philosophy. You know, put your philosophy out there, let people know what your culture is, where your culture comes from, what your culture believes in, why do they believe in it. You know, there's so many questions. That's why people always say in school, make sure you ask the questions who, what, when, where, why, and how, man, so that we could really start to dive deep, man. Having a philosophical mind and an open mind is very imperative, and especially this day and age. Yeah, man. Look, man, this my
Mm-hmm.
brethren overstand always, man. I always love to see him chiming in too from Facebook, man. Give thanks, give thanks. You
Yeah.
overstand, man. You know, and I've read the Bhagavad Gita before. I've never read any deeper than that, but I've read the Bhagavad Gita, and that was a very deep piece that helped me to get on my path of awakening, man, of consciousness, you know, to bring me out of the depths of darkness, man, when I was stuck here in a lot of wickedness, man, you know. Remember, I think I might have shared the story with y'all a while back, me taking my travels out to Alaska in order to find myself. But I had to go out there for a little point in time and get away from society, get away from everything, and get that peace of mind. And out there is when I started reading things like the Bhagavad Gita and diving into other spiritual texts, man. And these things were guideways for myself, and they really allowed me to get a grasp of reality and spirit, and allowed me to just flourish spiritually after this, man. And now I'm physically sound. My body feel great, man. My mind feel great. My emotions are stable. You know, it's such a wonderful feeling to take
Teach.
control of life like this,
To
man.
have
So
control,
many
to
people,
have self-control. Teach. Because that's
yeah,
what
you understand?
it is. The fruit of the spirit is love. The byproducts are everything else, like the kindness, forbearance, the patience. But when you get to the last fruit or the byproduct of the fruit of love, you have self control. That's the whole purpose of being disciplined, being discipled, is to have control over your emotions, over your feelings, over your senses. You're supposed to have control over your body. Your body isn't supposed to tell you, you're supposed to tell it. So it's like ordering the day. You
Yeah.
order. You know what I'm saying? That's kingdom. That's king dominion. You know what I'm saying? So our whole job, again, it's going back to origin, commandments of origin, is to bring about the overall result of everything that is around us. That's the cultivation. This is part of what we are to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the people, that's the hearts and minds, not just the food and the fruit and the trees and the, you know what I'm saying? It's each other. It's each other. So yeah, man. Yeah.
So deep, the revelations, man. You know, another thing I like to say too, and I've been experiencing this a while, but it just hit me real hard on. It was either Saturday morning or Sunday morning. My days run into each other, so pardon me if the days don't line up to what the story recalls. You know, but nonetheless, I was driving in the morning, man, to the gas station, man, and I was just bombarded by so many people who was on their phone talking to their spouse or talking to their friend, whoever it happened to be, man. The woman talking to their baby daddy or their man's or vice versa. I was running into all kind of stuff like that at the gas station. There's always just yelling and screaming and talking trash, like it was just so miserable, like there was nothing good left in this world, you know. And all they could focus all their energy on was such wicked thoughts and vibrations, man, when there's no need for that, man. And it just made me wonder, how miserable are people really? You know, do we ever ask ourselves that? You know, and I think when we ask ourselves that question, then we can start to break ourselves down. You know, humble yourself, my brethren and sisters. Show some humility, man. Be able to admit when you're wrong. You know, we have to understand things like this, because We can never get a grasp of the self if we don't humble down and show humility, man. You have to be able to own up to your mistakes and learn from them. Otherwise, there's no way to learn. If we don't make mistakes, how do we learn the lesson, you know? But nonetheless, man, to continuously be bathing in all this wicked stuff, man, and be so caught up with fighting with your peoples, it doesn't make no sense, man. There's too much good things in this world, man. People need to go ahead and change up the way they're doing things, man. Change up your diet, change up your surroundings, change up your scenery, change up the kind of music you're listening to, change up what you see in every day, change up how you think, man. All these stuff play a factor into that, and I just wanted to share that too, because I done had one too many encounters like this. You know, I used to be a miserable cat like that too, man. I used to be, and it's gonna go hand in hand with what we start to speak about in this show this evening time. But I used to be so miserable and caught up in wicked thoughts all the time, and you know, to regress back on that, to think back on that stuff, man. You know, there was a reason behind all of that. You know, and let's start to get into this too, man, because it's all gonna play into each other. The topic of discussion today, or the topic of this particular Rock Truth Hour, is going to be about what we call music and Black Death, man. Music and Black Death. Now, it might sound dark, it might sound scary, and it is. It is dark and it's scary, but it's also reality, and it's the reality of the situation that we're in. And we're bringing this stuff to light because we want to see our people grow, man. We want to see our people not be stuck in these mental chains no more, man, and be bound to the wickedness of these so-called hood mentalities and this, that, and the other, man. So let's start to break this down here, man. We're talking about music and Black Death. Now, Mary and I did some wonderful research this past weekend. We watched a couple of nice videos. One happened to be a TEDx talk down in Jacksonville, and the good brother, man, he was a minister from Georgia, and white boy, man, and he was surrounded by nothing but melanated peoples, you know. Grew up in that kind of environment, you know, was accepted in, especially in the ministry, and he started to speak up about something that I don't see many people in the community speaking about at all. If anything, they feed it into this, man, by playing the music, by listening to the music, man, by acting out the lyrics of these songs, man. You know,
Yes.
It's a serious piece. He was talking about how come every time we turn on the radio, we hear a melanated man talking about, you know, pulling out the chopper and gunning down some folks, man, or popping a Percocet, man, or calling these queens B's and H's. You know, we hear this all the time, and it seems so normal, especially when it comes to the murder, man, and the drill music scene up here in Chicago. You know, we're playing all of this music, and where's the white music that's playing this, man? Where's the white boys, man, on the guitar, or even some of the other so-called hip hop artists out there, man? You know, where are they at, you know, making music like this? Is it out there? Sure, it's out there, but is it getting played? No, and it's not even getting highlighted. So it creates even more of a division or a distorted image of what's really going on. Why do you think there's still so much hate going on out there between melanated peoples and peoples of many other cultures? You know, I'm trying to think how to break this down philosophically in my head and keep it sound for everybody to understand. But you understand what I mean, man. There's just such a division going on in this world, and a lot of these mainstream interpretations of what's put out there is fueling this wickedness, man. We just seen here in Chicago, man, this past weekend, man. My goodness, I think over 50 people got shot and close to 10 people died, man. And the weekend prior, man, a 4-year-old youth got killed, man. You understand? A 4-year-old youth got killed, man, for some senseless violence, man. Some cats out here toting guns, beefing because the Mexicans stay down here, and on the other side of the bridge, man, you know, and I'm gonna use the term that they used in the paper. They said the Mexicans stay over here, the Hispanic folks stay over there, and the African American people stay on this side of the bridge. So they beefing with each other, man. Why are we beefing with each other when we stay in the same neighborhood? Shouldn't we be trying to build up the community and uplift each other? You know, you don't never see what we call blacks and Mexicans living amongst each other soundly, except for if you go to the far east side, man, over South Deering and South Chicago neighborhood. This is the only place where you see Africans, Haitians, Jamaicans, Mexicans, Hondurans, Guatemalans, everybody living amongst each other, man. You know, and there's never really any beef like that, man. You know, There's a big farm that they've implemented out there. Why don't we see this going on in other places like West Pullman or West Chatham or West Lawndale or North Lawndale or East Garfield Park, man, or the Austin neighborhood, man? I mean, I'm talking some seriousness right there for anybody out there in the city listening, man. Whether you gang banging or not, man. You know, this wickedness got to stop, man. You
Yeah.
know, we
And
got to put the guns down, seize up.
then what again with that as a setup, the next thing that we watched was with Pierre, the comic Pierre, who posted,
Hey, man.
there has to be an accountability person here. Someone he needs to take accountability for the things that are being seen. They can't get these images unless somebody is permitting them. Okay. No, and it's a permission. It's a permission. You see what I'm saying? Like break this
Yeah.
down. So they're being permitted to do these things, and it's beyond their parental factors. You get what I'm saying? Like, first of all, why are they? How do they have accounts? How do they have accounts to even post? But here's the thing: these are all the regulations that is provided with YouTube and other social media. But then they'll stop you from saying different things that that's not socially acceptable in a sense. In our terms, they'll cancel you out. You can't post this. They'll flag it. They'll remove your video. However, they'll allow the glorification of murder among our black youth, our black men, most importantly, because
You
again,
overstand.
is more. Mother Earth is important. Let's be clear. Mother Earth is important, but Mother Earth can't be Mother Earth without a seed. Mother Earth
Show
can't be
right.
Earth without a seed. So I understand, yeah, it is importance for women, and we can be empowered there. Okay, cool. But let me tell you the importance of a king, the importance of a father, the importance of that seed. And so we're killing off our seeds. I think it's like 5 billion seeds, 500 billion, something seeds that you guys produce in a lifetime, in a lifespan. We're killing off the seed that could be produced in order to bring about the overall result and change that we need in society as a people, because we're supposed to be passing down his image into each other. So when we have children, our purpose is to pass down the image that was given to us that should have been of God. You just keep passing down the image. That's the whole plan. That's the whole product line. You know what I'm saying? So we have enough to combat the forces if we utilize the crop, but they're killing off our crop. They're killing off our crop, and we are helping them because we also glorify the murders. We also glorify this. You know what I'm saying? We sing the songs. We you know what I'm saying? We promote it. And I can see if this was child's play, and their children, they believe this is child's play. They still believe in the respawn. Ain't nobody respawning. We are losing our crop, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's deep, and they should
I
take
surely do, man.
bro. You know?
This this stuff is so wicked, man. They over sexualize. Look at how they're prepping the youth for this stuff, man. The over sexualization of music, the violence being put out there in the music. We listening to all these artists, and and everybody jamming them, and everybody got an excuse for these cats. Look, case in point, man. I'm gonna break something down deep to you, man. If y'all can't see it, we need to open up our eyes, man. Open up your two eyes and open up your mind and open up your ears, open up all of your bodily senses, man, so that you could reap this, man. Reap this case in point, this piece of knowledge, this jewel I'm gonna drop on you right now. Okay, so according to, I think it's the hotnewhiphop.com, everybody's jamming what they call hip hop, which we know is not actually hip hop, it's rap music, because it's a lot of recording artists pretending to be this, that, and the other, man, portraying something that's so wicked, man. But nonetheless, the most popular song for the month of September so far is called "Lonely" by DaBaby and Lil Wayne. Okay. Everybody been glorifying Lil Wayne since Hot Boys, man. Everybody glorifying him. What Pierre do? Let me tell him real quick. What did Pierre do real quick? So Pierre was just he just put like this little clip on the Instagram or the YouTube or something. I think it was Instagram. Yeah, Instagram, and he was saying something about how there's a lot of censorship going on, and they censoring all the wrong things, man. And this is almost a systemic plan of how all this violence is allowed to be put out there on YouTube, especially. He was very adamant about YouTube, how all this violent and vulgar content was allowed to be put out there on YouTube without any type of censorship. And we see how many people are dying. You hear about all these different rappers dying every single week, man. I think there was 200 rappers that died in the past month. I could be wrong on the stat. Somebody correct me if they get that, if they could pull that stat. But roughly 200 rappers throughout the United States, man. And that doesn't mean that we know these cats. They might not be mainstream like that, but people are jamming them. They're getting millions of plays, hundreds of thousands of plays, man. They're doing their thing. Okay. 200 of these cats are dying. But if you go ahead and look up some of these cats' name, man, like I'm not even gonna drop names, man. If you even type in the name, like Lil Marco, if you type in Lil Marco and you look at oh, Lil Marco died last week or something, and you see the type of music that videos that he's got on there, what's he got on there? A bunch of guns with laser beams and extended clips and disrespecting gangs and disrespecting brethren and sistren and family, you know, and kings and queens and empress and them. Come on, man. It's such a wicked thing going on like that. But Pierre really touched home on that, man. If you get a chance, check it out on the Instagram, my brethren. You know, you'll be able to see it up on there. But nonetheless, back to this track right here, man. The #1 song for the month of September so far in the quote unquote hip hop genre is Lonely by DaBaby and Lil Wayne. And we just spoke about Lil Wayne. Everybody used to listen to, I mean, everybody listens to Lil Wayne. I used to listen to him, man. Do I listen to him now? Nah, man, because I ain't stupid, man. You know, I'm not going to pollute myself. I'm not going to put pollution into my body if I know how it's going to affect me, you know, or if it's going to be promoting something that I'm against, man, you know, or something that everybody should be against. This goes against morals and principles, man. Lil Wayne be talking about a lot of drugs and a lot of guns and violence. Whether or not he's making this stuff up, that's your prerogative to view it how you want. But nonetheless, the material or the content's being put out there. And what is that content meant to do, man? Yeah, nobody's going to admit up to this, but we already know what it's doing, man. That's why these cats never stop whenever you call them out and tell them, yo, why are you making music like this when you see all the wickedness going on in the world? Why aren't you doing something to better the people, man, or better the music industry? We know who's taking control. Come on, man. All right, so let's jump to the case in point in these lyrics right here. I never heard the song, no, and I'm probably not gonna listen to it, but I just made just so that people ain't got no reason to hold nothing against me. Okay, so nonetheless, the lyrics, the hook on this song. This is what the hook is. The chorus, what people keep on repeating is the catchy part of the song. You know, okay. So that means it's like the spell in a sense, man. That's the chant. You know, when we think about the ancients doing the chant, you know, we think about the psalm that's being read. This is the psalm that's being preached to the people right now. It says, "Caught up in my feelings," and check it out. You'll see. I'm not gonna use the vulgar words in there, but y'all be able to replace the more sound words, the more I guess podcast sound words with the regular word that they're going to use in the track. Or go listen to the track yourself and see what I'm saying. It says, "Caught up in my feelings, I'll mess around and kill another brother. You ain't even got to push me how I'm feeling now. I've been having mood swings like a Gemini. I can use the murder for therapy." Okay? When I'm reading this, man, and I hear this, he says, "I'm caught up in my feelings." So you ain't got your emotions in check, man. That's telling me that you ain't cool with yourself, man. You got some emotional issues, my brethren. Yeah, I'm gonna call him out, man. And if I see him, I'll call him out too, man. Look, man, I'm gonna die a martyr one day, you know, and that's all right, man. I live in the light of Jah, man. You know, wherever I go, Jah follow, man, and people can feel that spirit. That's why they get nervous and seize up when I come around, man, because they can't read me. You understand? Okay. So nonetheless, man, you got emotional issues, my brother. You're talking about you'll mess around and kill another brother, man. Why you calling another brother the N-word, my friend?
Yeah.
You know, a low vibration? Hell yeah, you on that low vibration, man. You sitting down there in the deepest, darkest parts of the depths, man. You know? Yeah, man. Somebody needs to reach down and bring you back up. But sometimes people are just so far gone that it's hard to save them, man. Sometimes that demon takes over, man. That wicked spirit takes over. And it's hard to shake them loose, man. But he's talking about killing another brother because he's caught up in his feelings, you know? Check yourself, my brother. Then he says, "You ain't even got to push me how I'm feeling now. I've been having mood swings like a Gemini. I can use murder for therapy." So you could go out there and kill another brother, because I know you ain't gonna kill no white man out there. You ain't gonna go kill no Zionist. You ain't gonna kill no head of the record label industry. You ain't gonna kill no you know, what do we call them? The Aryan Brotherhood. You ain't gonna go kill none of them cats. You ain't gonna go shut down no Nazi thing, man. You ain't gonna go to the Washington D.C., man, with a gang of brothers, and shut it down up there, man, and hold it down. You know, you'd rather go kill a brother to ease your mind rather than going for a walk in nature, man, and taking your shoes and socks off and walking on the ground. Get out the limelight for a minute, my brother, my
You
brethren. Get out the limelight and do something else, man. Get that stagnation out the mind, because your mind is looking like a docile pond right now, a stagnant pond right now. It's got a lot of algae on it, man. Somebody need to wipe that off, man, so you could think a little clearer, my brethren. And this goes for anybody, man. I know bars held back, man. This goes for anybody who's supporting wickedness like this, man. You know, we're not sent here to condone stuff like that, man. We have to overstand. We either on the side of good or we on the side of evil, man. You overstand. And we start to see how music like this is affecting people. This is the hook. This is something that's being chanted over and over and over again, that everybody's going to know the words to. Everybody knows the words to this. They may not know the verse. So you can say whatever you want in the verse, but they're going to know exactly what you're saying on that hook. Trust and believe, man. And this is coming from somebody who used to be in a mind state like that, man. Somebody who used to bang music like that, jam music like that, especially when I'm out in the street doing dirt. Before you do a dirt, you listen to something like this to get you amped up, man, to get you in that mind state. Come on, man. We talking from that perspective because we live it, or we lived it.
Come on,
you understand? Yeah. Something serious. Now let's jump into the verse a little bit, man. You're talking about, I can use the murder for therapy. I can make the news with it. I can break the internet with it. Yeah, I'm sure you can, and I'm sure you get glorified. Everybody will give you a lot of thanks and praise for that. Okay? Have them all nervous and scared of me. They then get away sneaky clean. Never seen a thing. So you over there glorifying all of this wickedness, man. You're going to have everybody scared of you, scared to approach you, you know. Hey, my brother, hey, my brethren, love is the healing of the nation. You understand? Love is the healing of the nation. Why you out here talking about having folks scared of you, man? I used to be in a mind state like that, man. Even though my eyebrows always down, but I used to have that look on my face, man, and nobody want to mess with me, man, because I snap off. I still got that, you know, you flip the switch on me, man, but it's more for the side of righteousness nowadays, man. You know, it ain't for the wrong things, man. It's all for the side of righteousness, man, because God bless. Who God bless, let no man or woman curse. Real talk. Okay, one last time. We're gonna break this down for the last piece. This is Lil Wayne's verse. He got the third verse on the track. So mind you, the hook's already been chanted probably 2 or 3 times already. So it's getting installed in people's heads just by listening to this stuff, man. Yeah, just by listening to this, man. Installed in the head, programmed. You know, this is like school for most kids. Most kids know the lyrics of these songs better than they know the ABCs, or before they know the ABCs, they know the words of this. You know, it's crazy. He said, Weezy says, okay, he says, got choppers on me, can't stop the moment. I just popped the Soma. Okay, and let's stop there. If nobody knows what a Soma is, that's a serious antidepressant, man. Or what? I think it's
I didn't know that.
It's some type of narcotic, man. People take it for like mental issues and things of that nature, man. But it makes you like if people have ever if they've ever injured themselves or dabbled into recreational use of pharmaceuticals and stuff like that, when you take a Percocet or a Vicodin, it gives you like this numb feeling, man. You feel real good, man. It makes you feel like you're numb, like you feel like your foot fell asleep or something like that, you know. But and it just takes the pain away. That's all it's made for. It's a painkiller. It takes the pain away. Same thing with antidepressants. They do the same thing. But then you wake up the next day and the whole chemistry of your brain is changed up. Now you're angry. You know, you feel some type of way, man. It's so wicked how this stuff works, man. Look, I'm speaking because I came from there, man. You know, speaking because I came from that, man, so I could share the experience so that others don't have to go through the experience. And for others who are going through the experience, learn from it, my brethren. Listen to me, man. This is a call for you, my brethren, you know. Get yourself out them depths. But he says, I just popped the Soma and now I'm karma. Okay, so that means he just popped that particular drug, and now he's the one that's going to go around and be, you know, what do we say karma is? What goes around comes around. He's going to be what comes back around and wipes you out. That's exactly what he's saying. It's a metaphor for it, you know? You see how they program these lyrics in there slick? Most people it's going to go over most people's heads, but that's what he means by that right now. He just popped this particular drug that's going to make him feel some type of way, and now he's going to come back and pretend like he's karma and whack somebody, man, or hurt somebody. He says, all that body on me got you hot. I'm warming. That means all the people that he killed, man, or the people that he's looking to kill, has got him feeling warm or feeling him good inside. And it ain't going to help you more than I'm going to harm you. See, once again, man.
Right.
Serious piece. Serious piece.
Why do we want to harm another? Like, no, seriously. Like, Like, why do you want somebody else harmed, feel in a particular way, whether it's physical, a lot of the harm we do, because a lot of people, you'll hear them say, you know what, I don't have a gun, at least I ain't pulling no triggers to leave it. Yeah, but you pull the trigger of your tongue, and that's
Yeah.
almost worse than the physical blow. And so you taking pumps to the chest, you taking gunshot wounds to the chest based on what somebody is saying regarding you. So I'm just saying, like we assassinate each other characters all the time. Why do you want to do that? What makes you, what is it about you that makes you feel good for somebody else to be in some type of pain or misery? I don't,
Man, that's
person,
wicked.
that's
Wicked,
wicked.
man.
That's wicked, bro.
So let's finish up the last portion of this song right here. There's more lyrics to it, but I'm just picking pieces out of there, man. We can break all of these songs down, all these things that these cats look. I write music, man. I'm conscious. I'm consciously sound of what I'm writing. You understand? And I'm finna spit a verse here in a hot second for you, so you can understand what I'm talking
Oh
about. How it differs, man. Trust and believe. I got some fire for it, man. You
yeah.
know. So nonetheless, the the last piece of the song says, out here, meaning that he's out there by himself, rolling like an army. F her by myself, F her with her homies. Okay, once again, man. Once again, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. Look at how we degrading our queens and somebody's daughter, somebody's youth out
Teaching.
there with lyrics like this, man. Is this what you really doing? Even if this is not what you really doing, you talking about it. You installing it in somebody's head, man, especially a youth's head, man. 5, 6 years old, they're gonna be singing something like that. And they're gonna be looking at all these beautiful women out there like that, you know? That's
Yep.
why these queens are in the situation they are out here. That's why everybody look dusty and don't give a damn about how they look or how you feel, you know, and they in such a wicked mind state, man. They running around with like Bebe's kids and got all these different children and such, man, you know, by all these different men. You know, if that's the way you roll, if you roll a polygamous or polyamorous lifestyle, that's on you. I ain't talking bad on you, man. But just look, man, when you out here in the streets, man, jamming stuff like this that's constantly degrading you and putting you in a mindset that's shaping and molding your mind, especially from a young age, we got to do something. Okay? And that's all I'm gonna say about that, man, because the over sexualization, man, the criminality of the music, man, the violence, man, the derogatory things that we say to degrade each other, man. And it's never they ain't never speaking about nobody else, man, except for a melanated queen, man. You understand? Or another brother out there, man.
Bro,
You
yep.
know? That's that
Why is
that's so it's so horrible, man. Why is that? We can fathom. We can say a lot of reasons why that is, man. My reason behind it is because it's all systemic, man. This is something that's been in plan for a long time since the secret meeting happened right in the early 90s, man. After the secret meeting with these top Zionists, man, of the record labels, man, that came together, and a couple of industry figures, they came together and sat down in a room, and they talked about the direction of that the music was going. It was too positive. The spirit that hip hop created was too deep, man. It was causing a revolution, like when Bob Marley took reggae worldwide. You understand? It started a revolution, a spiritual revolution.
yeah.
Okay, and when they peeped that out, man, these cats had to come together for that secret meeting. And who did we have come out of that? NWA, man. We know what the N stands for, but we'll just call it Brothers with Attitudes.
Yeah.
Okay, why are we coming out with a group like this talking about guns and gangs and
Why
you
we
see what
got
I'm saying?
but that's what like looking before you even get to the lyrics or who they are, their picture. Before you get to anything, you have the title of their names, and this is how they are representing themselves, brother. Why do you have an attitude? And to have an attitude, like you talked about early in the show, is your lack of self-control. You don't have control of your emotions. That's why you can have a Drake song that's glorified that says 0 to 100 real quick. But I'm sorry, you're supposed to be a whole man. You have no control over your emotions, so you go 0 to 100 quick. Come on, man. Again, and that's something drilled into the heads of our youth. So they thinking like it's okay, it's cool to be hot headed, to just fly off the handle. They think that this is all right. You know, it's man.
Absolutely. Yo, I want to share with you the hypocrisy of this world right now. Okay, you know, everybody talking about and everybody can have their own feeling on this, man. I won't disclose my side. Maybe I will. It might slip out. but I might disclose my stance, man. But a lot of people, they have an issue with this Lil Nas X, and we're gonna call him a character, man, because that's all he is, man. He's part of the puppet show. He's a character. Okay.
Ah,
Lil Nas X, and he's coming out there with these music videos of him in the locker room or him in the bathroom with all these naked men, and they all touching on each other and doing all this sexual stuff. And we see him doing all this devilish things and putting blood in shoes, and everybody has an excuse for this man, and everybody want to defend him because LGBTQ has taken over the Black Power movement. It's unfortunate to say, but that's the way it is. And to each their own. Everybody practice what they want to practice. Do I get down like that? No, I don't. So as long as you don't try to holler at me or bring that to me, we don't have an issue. Do what you want to do, man. Do I condone it? No, but hey, to each his own, man. But nonetheless, man, to talk about the hypocrisy of the music industry, everybody's talking bad about this cat, man, because it's a man doing this. But what about at the VMAs the other day, man? Was it last night with somebody named Normani and Tiana Taylor did like this real sexual song, and they was on stage with like somebody was strapped to what it looked like a crucifix, man. The Normani chick was strapped to what looked like a crucifix, was dressed in this scandalous outfit, and had this Tiana Taylor lady crawling on her, and put in her it's crazy, man. Wrapping her legs around her head, we'll say, and performing a sexual act in front of many people. Mind you, this was on VH1 and MTV, where many different age levels were watching. This was not censored. This was something that was, put in broad daylight, man. And she was over there doing some overly sexualized things to this woman on the stage, man. That's something that needs to stay behind closed doors, man. If that's how you get down, keep that in the bedroom, man. That's the difference between the music in the 70s when it comes to Temptations and the Shy Lights and the OJs and things of that nature, compared to the music now, man. Back then, everything, it left room for the imagination. It was more about love and respect.
and that's what I was
Nowadays, it's put your stuff out there, man. Rub it on me, man. Show the youth they can do it too.
And that's the thing too. It's like, you know what? Even with the come out the closet movement. Listen, they wasn't talking about coming out the closet, air out your business. Nobody needs to know your business. Now, if you want to rock
real talk,
rock your truth, that's coming out the closet. Rock truth.
I'm not going out there telling you that I'm straight. I'm not making that the headline of the day.
Why do I have to headline my life based on the sexual things that I do? That's not who you are. So why are you having to even bring that up or disclose it? What's your point behind even disclosing it? And like you said, in front of the youth, why is this even a conversation? Why are we you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, why is this even a topic discussion? But I do know now, because we have children, you have to educate because they're miseducating. So I have to make sure I'm educated, and I know the different things that is happening even down in our daycares. You know what I'm saying? In our preschools, in our kindergarten classrooms. Children that are being, perped on and different things, or exposed to different things that they shouldn't be. Again, that hypersexualization. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yes.
You see little children, 2-year-olds, babies twerking and as if, and it's like
no business doing that.
No business. Why are we teaching? Why are we teaching that? Especially with our daughters, that this is necessary for a king, man? Like this necessary for Come on.
And we steady out here disrespecting the ancestors. Everybody's wearing the African garb and talking about Black Power, Black Lives Matter, and those are the same cats that's going on the music talking about killing a brother, man. And they're going to perform a show with a pistol in their pocket, ready to blast somebody because they got emotional issues. Come on, brethren. Check yourself. And for all my queens, all my sisters out there, man, y'all need to tighten up, man. Yeah, I think y'all got something going on, Mary. Where it's like I read it somewhere in the RockTrue Nation thing, man. One of the good sisters on there, man, said something about, we got to make sure that we are well as the queens, in order to make sure, before we make sure our men are right, women are the backbone of a lot of brethren, in a sense, We need our queens out there, man, to put their foot down, because when a woman says something, man, more people tend to listen, man. It tends to mean something more than when I say something, Don't ask me why that is, but that's just a wonderful thing when it comes to the power of our queens out there, man. We have to show more respect We have to give them the love and respect that they deserve, man. Don't compromise yourself and who you are and the masculinity of yourself,
Thank you.
but make sure you show respect and love to the queens, man. You know,
That's the difference, bro.
make sure.
That's the difference. Because a lot of people do want to reverence queens, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Yes, reverence us, okay. However, do not take away from your masculinity. Do not take away from who you are. Do not take away from your position and your role. This is the thing. When he represented, or rather presented Eve to Adam, that wasn't for Adam to follow Eve. He was to hearken and still hearken to God's voice. So, yes, okay, yes, queens, big ups to us. We are very imperative, but understand this: we're here to support our kings.
That's
We're here to
right.
help their mission. We are to get under the that's why it's submit. You get under their mission, not try to come up with a plan on your own and then try to push it down here. So now you're
Yo,
will against God's will, and you don't understand that it ain't you and this man that got a problem. It's you and God that got a problem. He gonna come see about you.
I need you to speak to a couple of good sisters for me, man. My goodness, man.
You know,
I know one too many emotional sisters, man, who just who lash out in emotion rather than overstand it the way you overstand it. If people overstood it like that, there wouldn't be no time for conflict, man. You know, man and woman, king and queen would live sound and they'd be able to build an empire like that, man. You know, it's imperative. It's damn, you hit hard with that one right there. That made me feel nice and warm on the inside. You understand? Love is the healing of the nation.
brother, it should make you feel like a king. You are, and that's what I want. My like, these are our kings. You guys are our brothers. You know what I'm saying? Our job, our whole job here is to support you, uplift you, edify you, build you up, encourage you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about us, you know. But you guys, again, your job is to love us like Christ loved the church. So again, we got it coming. You ain't got to worry about that. We were talking. Listen, we were talking at lunch, you know what I'm saying, just about relationships. And it's like, you don't have to worry about the comeback. You don't have to worry about the return. Trust you me. If you master singleness, if you master yourself, be whole, one, and complete within yourself, and you again marry a friend who's one, whole, and complete, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Everything becomes overflow, because once you pour into the other person, it's not that you're filling in somebody and now you empty, and then you putting up a fight because you want what you gave back plus some more from them. No, it's all overflow. You know what I'm saying? So we just
I
gotta.
do love and respect, man. I got to say this one time as well, man. Hey, listen to all my queens out there, man. Don't let the music and the media and the entertainment and the movies and this, that, and the other fool you, man. Don't let them fool you, man. There's many good brothers out there left, man. Lots of good brethren, especially like myself out there, man.
Yeah, man.
Righteous man. You
Yeah, man.
know, got
Yes,
got to
right.
got to highlight it, man. Everybody want to be with a gangster or somebody that's a millionaire, this, that, and the other, doing some wicked. We'll call them somebody in the streets, man. That's what we'll call it. You guys want all these thugs, man. You guys want all these cats to act hard, man. You know, but you can also love too, man. You don't have to make it such a derogatory thing, man. You know, all these brethren out here rapping and such, man, making us look terrible, making us brethren look terrible out there to where all of the queens think that we all the same, you know? I done ran into one too many women with trust issues, man. Look, man, one too many women with trust issues. And the reason that they have trust issues because man have done them dirty, you know? Man wasn't truthful, man wasn't loyal, man didn't show respect. When man gave you his word, he didn't keep it, you know? I deal with this with one too many women, and I try to show them the light and show them the right way with me being such a righteous heart, man. But it seems to be unsuccessful at times, man. So for all you queens listening out there, man, don't let the media fool you, man. There's still a lot of good, righteous brethren out there, man. Understand that love is the healing of the nation, man. We're gonna continue to search for truth hidden in our creation. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes.
Can just add to the point that you were saying, you know, in reference to like trust issues. Let's go to the root of that trust issue. It's not that, you know, men have done them wrong or somebody has. Let me say, it's because you're lacking the obedience to law. It's always going to be disobedience that's tied to your self identity. You are disobedient because you're not understanding. You're not understanding when God says, "Don't trust man." He said, people are fickle. Trust me. So if you put your trust into another person, you set yourself up. Ain't nobody did nothing to you. And that's another
Yeah.
thing. We have to come and start taking ownership for our things, for the decisions we have made, for the things we've wanted to do. Because ain't nobody put no gun up to your head and made nobody do nothing. So how can you
So
blame
true.
somebody for anything? And this again, this is that fallen behavior when you're not operating in truth and in spirit. You're operating from a carnal perspective. And this what we see happened in the fall. The same thing happened in the fall. The moment they were disobedient, what did they do? They covered themselves. And God has already provided Himself to cover us. You get what I'm saying? Like He had a pre-plan in place, but we always try to cover ourselves up, cover our tracks up. You know what I'm saying? Trying, and then the next thing we do is what? We blame each other. He did it, she did it, we
Look,
did it.
man.
What in the world? No one takes ownership. And so that's the change. We have to start taking ownership for what it is that we do. If you want a sound guy as a queen, if you want a sound man as a man, a king, if you want a sound queen, be that. And you are attracted. You will attract what you're like. So if you be that,
Exactly.
attract that. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, you talking that deep stuff, man. We just dove deep. We went way left field with it, but it still ties into what we're talking about, man. Because
Yeah.
the music and the media and the entertainment, all of this is sounding, and all affects the way people are getting down. You know, I keep on spitting rhymes on this show, man. But hey, we're gonna let it flow like that, man. You know, that's all right. But yeah, man. And another thing we all need to really get in tune with, especially if we want to take control of life, man, is the
Mhm.
7 principles of Kwanzaa, or what we call the Nguzu Saba, okay? Y'all understand what that means, man? That starts December 26th and ends January 30, January 1st, December 26th to January 1st, you know? These are some daily principles that I practice in life, man, and this really keeps me on that straight and narrow and really keeps me trodden forward, you know, trodden on the mission. It never gets me distracted. It always keeps me focused. And that's what we call umoja, unity. You know, we all know what unity means. Unity means come together in family, community, nation, and race, man. You know, what we say in Rastafari, man. You know, one people, one race, one love. You
Teach,
understand?
teach.
Makes it deep. Kuji Chagalia, self-determination. You know what that's self-defining right there. Self-determination, you know, to make sure you name yourself, create for yourself, and speak for yourself as well, man. Make sure
Teach,
you speak for yourself and speak that truth, man. You know,
teach.
no bars held back. And we got Ujima, collective work and responsibility. And we all know, like I said, these pretty much speak for themselves. Collective work and responsibility to help build and maintain the community together, to make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems, and to solve them together, man. You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Something deep. Ujama, cooperative economics. Okay, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Explanatory too. We want to build and maintain our own stores and places and shops and other businesses to keep them in to keep them in the community and profit from them together. This
Yeah.
keeps that money recirculating, keeps that love recirculating within the community, man. The community then reflects you. If you're a dirty person and you get down dirty, trust and believe your doorstep is gonna reflect that as well, man. We got three more left. We got Nia. Nia is purpose. You know, everybody got a purpose. Go out there and find your purpose, man. You know, develop great things in life, man. When you
Yeah.
find your purpose, you know, develop great things, lay great foundations and platforms for other people to build off of, man. When you really find your purpose, you put all into it. You know, when you're working a white collar or blue collar job for somebody that you don't know and you're not really doing what you want to do, you know, you lack that purpose, you lack that understanding. When you
Yeah.
know what you're doing, like myself and like many others out there, man, you know what your purpose, what you're here for. You get down with it, man. You go out there and you lay the foundation, okay, for the next. Okay, second to last here, we got Kuumba. Okay, Kuumba is one of my favorite. Creativity.
Woo!
Creativity speaks for itself, you know. Do as
Yeah.
much as you can in the way that you can. Everybody got a different way of doing things in order to
Yeah.
leave our communities more beautiful and beneficial than we
Teach.
first inherited it. You know,
I love
if,
that.
if you inherited a clean community, don't be throwing trash on the ground, man, or busting liquor bottles, man, or you know, throwing a whole bag of McDonald's chicken nuggets and a Big Mac and a soda pop out the window
Just saw
and
that.
it's splattered all over the ground. Come on, man. This is something serious. Use that creativity. Create something with a purpose, man. You know,
Yes.
make sure
Yeah.
you heighten that creativity. The creativity is in the mind. Everybody got a unique sense of creativity, so everybody always has to come together. And a lot of us are affected by the screens nowadays, man. People don't have authentic ideas anymore. You know, I think we lack a lot of innovators. We may see it in most communities, but in the poverty stricken communities, or what we call the black community or the minority communities, we see the creativity being put toward the street. Oh, I'm a rapper, I'm a drill artist, I shoot guns and I gang bang, man, and serve drugs, man, and kill people. That's the creativity. Nah, my brethren, you need to check yourself,
Yeah.
homie. Check yourself.
Come
Okay.
on.
And the last one, imani, faith. Okay, imani, faith.
Yeah.
Faith is a very, very deep, man. We got
Yeah.
to believe with all our hearts in our people, our
Yeah.
parents, our elders, our teachers, our leaders, the righteous ones with the righteousness
Yeah, man.
and the victory and the victory of our struggle, man. You
Yeah.
know, this is something that's deep, man. To believe with all our hearts in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, our elders, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle, man. These are deep principles to follow, man. It's imperative, man, that if you ain't got nothing left to hold on to, man, hold on to these principles, because these are a jewel right now. I learned these 3 years ago. This is part of African culture right here. These are 7 principles of Kwanzaa. If you think of the menorah, the black, red, and green that you always see. A lot of people may have. You might see a lot of people, they wear the stuff and they don't know what it means. They're uneducated. They lack the knowledge. Nobody's teaching them. This is what I'm saying. The culture and traditions are being slowly taken away, man. And if we don't continue to speak the languages, if we don't be able to carry on traditions, man, here in the next few years, a lot of things are going to be gone. We see a lot of Native American tribes, man, losing their history because they've had to assimilate,
Yeah.
through many. Look, you're going to learn a little bit about this when we go on the Paw Paw Fords in 2
Okay.
Saturdays from now, on the 25th, because the Potawatomi tribe, or who they call the Bodawatomi, used to be prevalent in that area, man, and they all got forced out in the early 1800s by way of the Union Army or the American Army that came in there, and this was all happened down in Plymouth, Indiana. It's not far from us, man. It's over there between South Bend and Fort Wayne, so it ain't too far from us. But nonetheless, they've been all through this area. But this was the biggest exile of Native Americans, man, in the history of all these exiles, man. I mean, my goodness, we can count many of these things that happened like that. But this was the biggest one. Over 800 of the tribe members got pushed out of there on what they call the Trail of Tears. They got relocated to Kansas, into barren land, and many people died over the course of the journey, especially children. Children were more prominent to dying, man. There was a what they call a minister, or I guess we're a priest that followed him out there. I think he was like 27 or 28 years old, man, my age. You understand? And he got appointed to go march with these folks, and he's my goodness, man. It kind of chokes me up thinking about it, man, because when I watched the story, it really hit my heart hard. The preacher man was there, and he was talking about how just watching all of the sorrow and the blank looks and the death that was coming along this journey while he was walking with them was just so tragic for him. And when he finished that march out to Kansas, where they relocated him to some barren lands with no food and no nothing. They didn't have no knowledge of the land. It was out in the middle of the open, no trees. A lot of them burnt up and died out there. This priest, Benjamin Maria Petit was his name. He was a French priest. And it's crazy, man. The French were the allies of the Potawatomi when they came over here, and there was all these beaver wars going on, between different tribes and such like that. The British and the Spanish backed some tribes, and the French backed the Potawatomi, and they gave them a lot of things, a lot of supplies, and really kind of took their culture away from them by not kind of doing it in a drip feeding fashion. But yeah, it was just so crazy how it was. The French were their allies, man, and they turned their back on them like that, man. They came and forced them out of there, man.
Right.
The same ones that was there to help them. It's like the old saying says. It's an old saying about the sheep. The sheep follows the shepherd around all day long. Fearing that the wolves, always watching his back because the wolf's gonna come out and eat him, maybe. Only to be led to the slaughterhouse where the shepherd kills him, man, and puts him on his plate. It's a deep analogy right there. To think, man. You spend your whole life being scared of the wolf. To only be eaten or killed by your master, or your brethren, or your kin, or who you thought was on your side. So it's deep like that. But nonetheless, I kind of got off on a tangent right there. I lost where I was at, man. Where was I at?
Well, before I'll say this before we get out of here,
Ah,
you were actually I know that went by really fast. You were actually talking about I think it was 7 laws. Was it 7 laws that you gave?
yeah, the
And
7 principles, man. But okay, and I remember where I was at. Give thanks for bringing me back. So
okay,
it's imperative that we continue to pass on whatever our traditions are, whatever culture or background you come from. It's imperative that we pass these traditions on to the next youth, man. Because if we don't teach them, it becomes lost. Continue to speak the
that is
language, and the language
that
can be interpreted as many things. The language doesn't have to be orally spoken. It could be something that's um, illustrated, or it could be
yeah,
something that's told in a different form or fashion. By
true.
way of creation, by creating things, Kumba, use of creativity. These 7 principles play an imperative role. But nonetheless, man, I wanna leave us here before we close out with our nice closing remarks. I want to leave us here with a wonderful verse that I just finished writing
Come
up
on
or
through.
whipping up, and it's
You
called
know, wait,
where's
you need
where's she at, man? The wind was blowing me around.
I'm
It's
like, you need
it's called let your hair grow.
okay.
Let your hair grow is a deep piece, man. Let me grab it for you real quick. Hold on one hot second. Flip the page right here. We should be.
Okay. You don't
Yes,
need no
right here, man. We don't need no music or anything. This is all acapella, man. Listen, man, I'm a musician, so whether or not you put me on acapella or you put me on, a beat, I'm gonna make it happen, man. And it could be anything. But
no.
nonetheless, man, this is just so ironic to what we just talked about. What's on top of the hip hop charts right now? Something that's talking about murder and killing. It really has no context to it. You can't really consume nothing from it except for murder and degradation um, and a lot of wickedness, man, a lot of violence. It's a reflection of what's going on in the world and the mindsets of majority of the people out there. You know, Nonetheless, let's check this out, man. This is called Let Your Hair Grow Long. Let your hair grow long, my friend. Check it out. Okay, here we go. The longer my hair grow, the more criticism I face. Are they afraid of the power that it contains? The braids lacking wisdom within my brain, and the symbol of strength reflected all throughout my lines, man. Let your hair grow, let it hang, and soak up all the rain when it pours. Electricity flowing out my pores. See my antenna standing tall on top of my head. It signifies the wise mind, homie. Don't call it dread. I got to defy stereotypes they try to use against us. They want you to fall in line, not be a critical thinker. Some folks try to joke. They say I look like Jesus Christ. They laugh and call me light skinned Jesus. Those who shun the beard live the Eurocentric ways. Westernized thoughts give us all the problems today. Naked and afraid, most they lack knowledge, let alone an open mind. The mind is bred to follow. Cutting off the locks of youth, are you insane? How do we keep letting things like this happen? Got me going crazy, yo, I'm about to freak out. The call for action is overdue, there's no more time to speak out. You overstand. Let your hair grow long. VP's by the man Marley King right there. Nonetheless, man, give thanks for the platform this evening time. I give thanks for everybody who's tuning in, man. Give thanks to Jah Almighty, the Most High, man. Whatever your belief is in creation, man, give thanks and praise to your Creator, because it's something serious out here, man. Hey, listen, man, we got a serious show coming next week, next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all need to tune in, man. RockTrue got some serious things going on this weekend as well. If y'all in town here in Gary, Indiana, come down to Miller, man. Join us for the Fest of the First. It's glad to have it back. It's been so long, man, since I've seen this. It's been some years now, years counting. Well, I'm glad to finally be a part of it rather than just be there in person. Go see Rock Truth out there, man. They're going to have some wonderful meals wrapped up, man, and they're going to have a lot of other wonderful items for you to go ahead and gather, man, and come out there and see us, Ancient Mystics. We're going to be out there, going to have your smudges and a lot of nice herbal meds, serious vibration we're going to be pumping out there, man. There's going to be some good music, a lot of other great vendors probably going to be out there, and just come out and hold a vibe, man, from 12 to 8 p.m. on Saturday. If y'all in town here in Gary, Indiana, come down to the Miller section of town up by the beach on Lake Street for Fest of the First, man. Until next time, next Tuesday, 7 p.m. It's been a pleasure. Marley King, Selena, peace.